From Anshe Sfar Beth El Emeth Congregation, it's time to take 10 minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein.
Welcome to our discussion of Parshat Vayera. Keep it up. Looking at Parshat Vayera, of course, famous story of Hachnasat Orachim, Avraham being that quintessential host that he always is. And he says, take a little water and wash your feet, take a rest under the tree, I'll take a little bread, you'll enjoy yourself, and then you can go. After all, you passed my door here, So they said to him, the angels, the people, they said to him, Kein ta'aser kasher dibart. So may you do as you said. What does that mean? So the Radak says, well, if you just want to give us a little bread, that's fine. We're not going to stay for a whole big meal or anything, but just, we'll just do what you said. Because we know that Avraham is a mormat v'asei arbeh. He does much and says little. He says little and does much. So they know that he's gonna slaughter a cow and he's gonna go crazy at trying to host them. So they say, look, if you just want to give us some bread and water, wash our feet a little bit, fine, we'll go for that, but don't do any more. So that's the Radak's point of view. Chizkuni says something that kind of opened my mind to another idea. Chizkuni says as follows. He says, so may you do. Yehi ratzon shetaspik lasod kach leolam, k'mo she'ata mitnadev achshav lachnis orchim. May it be God's will that you will find it sufficient, that you will be able to continue to do this forever. Just like you're volunteering now to bring in guests, so may you do this forever. This idea that an angel comes to your house and gives you a blessing that so may you do the next year, this we know already from the Gemara and Shabbos. Every Jew knows this. It's the story of Shalom Aleichem. Why do we say on Friday night, Baruch Hu Shalom, that the angels should bless us? Who has the chutzpah to tell the angels all of a sudden that they should bless us? We never ask angels to bless us. But we know that they're going to bless us because the Gemara says so. The Gemara says that two angels accompany you from shul to your house. They escort you. So don't forget, you have to go to shul in order to get this bracha. And then one of the angels is a good angel, one is bad. If they find that indeed there is a candle lit, now we light 2 candles, many candles, and there's Shulchan Aruch, there's a laid out table, a beautiful table is set, mitato mutzat, and the bed is made, everything's orderly, the house is organized and clean for Shabbos, then Malach Tov Omer Yehi Ratzon Shtei L'Shabbos Acheres Kach. So too may it be next week, Kach, just like this. However, this idea is not only found there. There's another source where an angel, or something like an angel, gives you this bracha. And that is the Bikurim. When a person comes to bring Bikurim in the Beis HaMikdash, the first fruits to the Beis HaMikdash, to the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, between Shavuos and Sukkot, Chanukah, they come, they bring the fruits, and then a voice comes from heaven. Bat Kol. Rashi says a voice comes, it blesses him. Heveita Bikurim Hayom. You brought first fruits today. Tishnei l'shana haba. Do it again in the coming year. Do it again. You brought Bikurim, bring Bikurim again. So I was thinking, firstly, what do these 3 things have in common? One is Hachnasat Orachim. The idea that you make your house not just for yourself, but you make it for others. It's open for others. Number 2, that on Shabbos, you set the table not just for yourself to have a nice meal, but Lashem, Shabbat Lashem, it's in honor of God. And number 3, the first fruits, that when you have your first fruits and you pluck the first fruits, most people are proud of what they did, but instead it's not about you, it's about God. You give thanks to God. So if you have this midah, this characteristic of giving, an angel, a voice from heaven, God encourages you to keep going in that direction. It reminds us of the notion of mitzvah, gorer mitzvah. That one mitzvah drags along another. When you do one, it leads to another. So we can't forget the fact that when we do the right thing, we make Shabbos dinner, when we open our homes to guests, when we show an act of kindness to another, when we give of what we have to others who don't have, or do we give to institutions, or we give of ourselves, of our hard-earned money to others, to important causes, we don't realize that when we do that, we set a pattern. We start setting a pattern in our brain and in our feet that these are the things that we do. And it begins to become habituated. It begins to become a way of life. And what the Torah is saying here is that when Avraham started with this business of achnosas orchim, the epitome of having guests, of walking in God's ways and being kind and having guests, God says, shkoyach, keep doing it. What does yashir kolcha mean? What do we say when we say shkoyach? May your efforts continue to go straight in this direction. You got an aliyah to the Torah. You gave a dvar Torah. May your efforts continue to go in that direction. Yashir kolcha, may your efforts continue straight in that direction. We have to remember that one mitzvah leads to another. And when we go astray, sometimes, God forbid, we get that other bracha. From that other angel, the Gemara in Shabbos says that if he comes and he finds that the house is not set and the table is not set and there is no candle, then the bad angel says, so may it be next week. It's not a curse. It's a result. If a person doesn't take certain steps or make certain missteps, we tend to habituate in that direction as well. Let's hope that we can learn to be like Avraham Avinu, going in the right direction. We can learn to be like a Jew who comes home and has a beautiful home set ready for Shabbos. And that hopefully, when we do that, the voice will come from heaven as if God himself will say, you know what? You did it right this time. So may it be next week as well. Thank you for joining us here at the Anshe Sfar Beth Lameth congregation for our discussion of the Parsha. Join us each week for these types of discussions, and thanks to Jason Lefkowitz, our producer. Thank you.
This has been 10 Minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein. To learn more, visit asb.org.